Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video in the Python series. In this video, I'll be teaching you how to do nested if statements. So the last thing I showed you was how to do if statements. Now I'm going to be showing you how to do nested if statements, which are simply if statements within if statements. So sometimes it becomes necessary to have more directions that your program can follow when you are crafting a program. So if you remember last time, we know that if statements are a way for you to control the flow of your program, to give your program multiple directions to follow, either one direction, two directions, three directions, four directions, many different directions. You have if, else if, and then else. All those different types of branches that you can have in your if statement to control the flow of your program. And that's pretty cool. It makes your programs more complex, but sometimes you may want to make them more complex by layering the decision-making process by having if statements within if statements, and that's called nesting, okay? So let me show you what I mean. So let's just say that we have a simple example, if true, and since that's true in the condition, this will always evaluate the code inside of the if statement. So inside of this if statement, we'll just print out print potato. And so let's run this now, and we should get potato. There we go. Now let's add another if statement. So if true, then print cows are cool. I freaking love cows. I don't know if you know anything about me, but cows are one of my favorite animals. And then else, otherwise, cows are not cool. And since this is true, cows are always going to be printed out. And that's awesome because cows are awesome, and that's why it's highlighted like this, by the way. It's because PyCharm, the IDE, is telling you that you sort of made a mistake here. You've given a condition that never changes, which doesn't make too much sense when you're making a program. Programs are usually dynamic in nature, so just ignore that though. But you get the point here. So we have an if statement here within an if statement. This outer if statement encapsulates this inner if statement, and you can even add more if statements into this, if you want to, wherever you want. You can add it here in this part, or in this branch, or in this branch, or add a whole nother else onto this. But the thing that really matters is the indentation. As long as you have the indentation correct, then it doesn't really matter. The indentation indicates where the if statement is, or where the code is for what if statement you're referring to, or what branch you're referring to in the if statement structure, okay? So as you can see, if you just look at it, this new one that I'm crafting is part of this branch here. If I was to have it right here, then this is part of this, right? And then obviously this entire thing is part of this. So pretty self-explanatory. That's how you can do nesting with if statements. Now I'm just going to give you one more example so I could make sure this sticks in your brain, and then we'll move on to the next thing. So speed is equal to 10,000. I think I gave you a similar example last time, but we'll just do this again. So speed is 10,000, turn needed is equal to false. Now we'll say if a turn is needed, then we're going to say print the car needs to turn. And then now the car has to make a decision. Does it turn now? Or does it not turn, depending on this current speed of the car, right? Because if the car needs to turn to get to its destination, but it's not going slow enough, then you're probably going to end up in a river somewhere. So you may want to make sure that the speed is correct. So if speed is greater than, let's say, 15, then we're going to say print the car is going too fast, slowing down. And then otherwise, if that is not the case, else, if that's the case, then we'll do print turning. And then we'll add this on the end. So else, we'll say print I don't need to turn yet. Okay, so let's take a look at this. I think you understand just by looking at it. It's pretty self-explanatory. So we have a outer if statement here. So we're saying if the car needs to turn, then we're going to run this logic here. So first of all, print out the car needs to turn, and then we'll check to see if the car is going the required speed to be able to turn, which is 15 or below. If it's not, then print out the car is going too fast, slowing down, and then you can imagine that you're going to run some code to slow the car down. Otherwise, you're going to turn the car and print out turning. And then if this is false, if the car does not need to turn, then you'll just say, I don't need to turn yet. And none of this would have been run because this was false, right? So there you go. That's how you can do nested if statements. Next episode, we're going to take a look at something called match statements, which are actually very similar to if statements. So stay tuned, and I'll see you soon. Alright, so that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. In the description below, I'll leave a link to the code for this episode so you can check it out. You can bookmark it, come back to it later. If you forget any concepts or you just want to review the concepts I taught in this video, I'll mark everything up with comments so you can come back and read the code without having to rewatch the video, although your reviews are greatly appreciated. So yeah, I'll leave a link for that in the description below, so make sure to check it out. And another thing is I'll leave a link to our Discord server. It's a big community for programmers. You can ask for help on your programming projects if you're stuck on something, or maybe you can get some new friends. If you don't have any friends, there's lots of people here. It's growing really fast. You can find lots of people who are passionate about the same things as you. For example, if you like Minecraft Spigot development, you can find lots of people who like that. If you like C++, if you like Java, if you like web development, it's a really, really big programming community. So feel free to join. There's a link for that in the description below. And the last thing I want to tell you is that if you want to support this channel, you can click the join button below this video and you can join this channel as a member for as low as 99 cents a month, and you can cancel at any time. You get some cool perks like early access to all of my new videos, a cool rank on my Discord server like you see right here on the side, YouTube members, and also you get to see yourself on the screen like you see right now. So if that sounds cool to you, feel free to join. If you don't want to, that's fine. If you can't, that's okay too. I really just appreciate you watching the video anyway. And thank you. Thanks a lot. And that's it. So if you like this video, leave a like. If you want to see more, subscribe. And peace.